Someone walked dozens of kilometers, barefoot, through open wilderness crawling with lions, hyenas, and leopards. They weren't hunting for food, they weren't searching for water, they risked their life for a handful of tiny shells. And that decision may have quietly changed the course of human history. Why? Were they religious? Collecting food? Making tools? None of them. The real answer changes how you think about being human. Let's go back to that journey. Imagine it. No roads, no shoes, no backpack, just kilometers of open ground and predators watching from the grass. One twisted ankle out there and you're dead. And this person made that trip anyway, for shells. Here's where it gets strange. In Blombos Cave in South Africa, archaeologists found those exact shells. Tiny sea snails, each one pierced with a single hole. And those holes are almost identical. Same size, same spot, on shell after shell after shell. So consistent that archaeologists don't think it was an accident. Someone was following the same invisible blueprint again and again. They weren't food scraps. Someone made these, on purpose, to be worn. And they're 75,000 years old. These beads are older than agriculture, older than pottery, older than every city that ever existed. Imagine spending an entire day making something that couldn't feed you, couldn't protect you, couldn't even keep you warm. In a world where one wasted afternoon could get you killed, why would evolution ever allow that? Because that pointless object was doing something invisible, something more powerful than food, more powerful than weapons. It was changing how humans related to each other. We think jewelry is decoration. It isn't. Before writing, before money, before cities, jewelry was language. That necklace said something before anyone spoke, before anyone shook hands, before anyone knew your name. It told people, I traveled, I survived, I belong. Status, competence, and survival, readable from across a valley before a single word was spoken. But shells were only the beginning. Tens of thousands of years later, humans became obsessed with making jewelry more extraordinary. In Denisova Cave in Siberia, researchers found a bracelet of polished green stone, drilled so smoothly it likely required a rotating drill. Think about that. 40,000 years ago, someone cared enough about beauty to invent a better tool just for making jewelry. Not a better spear, not a better trap, a better way to make something beautiful. And then anthropologists noticed something even stranger. The beads weren't random. Every region had its own style, different shapes, different colors, different patterns. Sound familiar? That's fashion. That's identity. A bead style told you which group someone belonged to, exactly like a flag, a logo, or a uniform does today. And this is where it becomes huge. Picture two strangers meeting on open land, tens of thousands of years ago. No shared language, no history, both of them afraid. How do you know if this person is a friend or a threat? You look at what they wear. Jewelry was the original social signal. It let humans trust each other across distances without a single word. It let strangers become allies. And here's the strange part. Humans aren't the only animals that decorate. Bowerbirds gather bright objects just to show off. But no other animal on Earth ever turned decoration into identity, into status, into trade, into trust between strangers. Only we did that. And that one instinct built everything. Because the thing that lets strangers cooperate is the same thing that lets you build tribes, then villages, then cities, then civilizations. A handful of pierced shells might be the earliest evidence of the exact instinct that created the modern world. There's one last layer, the quietest one. Archaeologists have found beads buried with the dead, carefully placed on bodies thousands of years old. Nobody buries decoration with a corpse, unless that decoration wasn't decoration at all, unless it held a person's identity so completely that it had to go with them into the ground. So think back to that journey, the wilderness, the predators, the shells. We assumed it was frivolous. It wasn't. It was an object turned into an idea, status, belonging, memory, meaning, worn on the skin. And every ring, every necklace, every watch you own is running the exact same program written 75,000 years ago. You think you wear jewelry because it looks nice. You wear it for the same reason they did, to tell the world without a word exactly who you are. Civilization wasn't built with stone, it was built with trust. And trust may have begun with a single shell hanging from someone's neck. If that quietly rearranged how you see the necklace in your drawer, good, subscribe. That's exactly what this channel is built to do.